Greetings everyone, and welcome to a chilling journey through the 10 most terrifying places on Earth. As we embark on this eerie expedition, brace yourself for a bone-chilling ride. From the shadowy corners of ancient castles to the silent depths of forgotten forests, these destinations are not for the faint-hearted. Our selection criteria: a dark blend of haunted history, spine-tingling atmospheres and chilling legends that have stood the test of time. Each location we'll visit harbours its own unique brand of fear, cloaked in whispers of the unknown and tales of the macabre. These are the places where the veil between our world and the spectral realm seems to thin, where every creak and rustle sends shivers down the spine. So, are you ready to venture into the heart of the unknown, where every shadow holds a secret and every echo tells a tale? Prepare to be thrilled as we descend into the depths of fear and mystery. We begin our journey in the historic heart of England, at the Tower of London. This ancient fortress, steeped in 1,000 years of history, is no stranger to bloodshed and treachery. It's a place where kings and queens, saints and sinners have walked the same cold stone corridors. Now imagine the echoes of the past, the whispers of the notorious prisoners who met their tragic ends within these walls. The beheaded Anne Boleyn, the executed Lady Jane Grey, and the murdered princes in the tower, their spirits are said to wander, their stories etched in the very fabric of this fortress. Then there's the chilling sensation that pervades the air, an atmosphere heavy with the weight of past horrors. It's not uncommon for visitors to report ghostly sightings, disembodied voices, and the feeling of being watched. The White Tower, the oldest part of the fortress, is particularly infamous. It's here that the chilling apparition of the White Lady has been seen, her perfume often detected in the still air. And let's not forget the yeoman warders, or beefeaters, who have their own eerie tales to tell of phantom footsteps and spectral figures in the dead of night. With its haunted history, the Tower of London sends chills down the spine of even the bravest visitor. It's a place where the past lives on, where history and horror intertwine, making it the perfect starting point for our list of the 10 scariest places on Earth. Next, we venture to the eerily silent city of Pripyat in Ukraine. This desolate place was once a bustling city until the infamous Chernobyl disaster in 1986. The world's worst nuclear accident led to an immediate evacuation, leaving Pripyat a ghost town overnight. The city that was once home to nearly 50,000 people stands frozen in time, a haunting testament to the devastating power of nuclear energy gone awry. The remnants of everyday life, from children's toys scattered about to the rusting Ferris wheel in the amusement park, paint a chilling picture of the sudden departure. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant, the epicenter of the disaster, looms ominously over the city, a grim reminder of the tragedy that unfolded. The silence here is deafening, broken only by the wind whistling through the deserted buildings and the crackle of Geiger counters measuring the still-present radiation. Even though more than 4 decades have passed, Pripyat remains uninhabitable due to the lingering radiation. Nature has begun to reclaim the city, with trees and wildlife thriving amidst the decay, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Pripyat is a chilling destination that serves as a stark reminder of the potential devastation that can be caused by human error. It's a ghost city, a haunting presence in the otherwise serene Ukrainian landscape, and stands as a chilling testament to the destructive power of mankind. We now descend into the depths of the Catacombs of Paris. A labyrinth of tunnels and chambers, this subterranean city of the dead was born out of necessity. In the late 18th century, Paris faced a crisis. Its cemeteries were overflowing, and so the decision was made to relocate the remains underground. Today, the catacombs house the bones of more than 6 million souls, their skulls and femurs stacked in macabre patterns along the tunnel walls. As you journey through this eerie underworld, you can't help but feel a chill. The air is cool and damp, the only sound the echo of your own footsteps. You're surrounded by death, the shadows of the past cast long in the dim light. In the heart of the City of Lights, the catacombs offer a grim contrast, reminding us of our own mortality. This is not a place for the faint of heart. but it is undeniably one of the most chilling places on Earth. From the depths, we emerge into the eerie silence of the Aokigahara Forest in Japan. This ethereal woodland, sprawling at the base of Mount Fuji, harbours a haunting reputation. Its dense foliage and labyrinthine pathways have earned it a disturbing moniker, the Sea of Trees. But it's not the maze-like nature that sends shivers down our spine. It's the forest's dark history as a suicide hotspot that casts a chilling pall. For decades, individuals have ventured into its ominous depths, never to return. The reasons are as varied as they are heartbreaking, adding a layer of melancholy to the forest's natural beauty. But the melancholy doesn't end there. Local legends whisper of malevolent spirits, the Yurei, said to haunt the area, trapped between this world and the next. Their mournful cries echo through the trees, a spectral symphony that adds to the forest's chilling atmosphere. The Aokigahara Forest is a chilling reminder of the darker side of human nature, imbued with an unsettling tranquility. We now cross the Pacific to the imposing walls of the Eastern State Penitentiary in the USA. This formidable fortress, once the most famous and expensive prison in the world, is renowned for its brutal history. Its stone walls, built in the early 19th century, have contained some of the most notorious criminals in American history. Among them was the infamous Al Capone, whose ghost, some claim, still lurks in the shadows. The chilling stories that echo from this dilapidated penitentiary don't end with its notable inmates. Many believe that the souls of those who suffered in its solitary confinement cells still roam the halls. Sightings of ghostly figures, eerie sounds and chilling sensations have been reported, adding to the penitentiary's haunted reputation. The Eastern State Penitentiary stands as a stark monument to a bygone era of punishment and despair. As we leave its chilling confines behind, remember, this forgotten monument of punishment and despair continues to echo with the anguished cries of its past. Our journey now takes us to the unnerving island of the Dolls in Mexico. Nestled in the heart of Xochimilco's canals, this island presents a chilling tableau that would give even the bravest among us pause. The story goes that the island's only inhabitant, a hermit named Julian Santana Barrera, found a young girl drowned in mysterious circumstances. Near her, a doll floated, presumably hers. As a mark of respect, he hung the doll on a tree, but then he began to hear whispers, footsteps, and anguished wails in the darkness, even though his hut was miles away from civilization. Driven by fear, he started hanging more dolls, hoping to appease the girl's spirit. Over 50 years he collected and displayed hundreds of these eerie playthings. Today, the island is a macabre spectacle, with dolls of all shapes and sizes hanging from the trees, their lifeless eyes forever open. In this secluded corner of the world, the lifeless eyes of countless dolls watch over the island in a silent vigil. We sail to the shores of Pavia Island, Italy, a place shrouded in death and despair. This island, nestled in the Venetian lagoon, is no ordinary piece of land. It's a chilling testament to human suffering that dates back centuries. Pavia Island has a dark and daunting history, serving as a quarantine station for the plague in the 14th century. Thousands of infected souls were exiled to this island, their final breaths echoing through its desolate landscape. The island's grim past doesn't end there. In the early 20th century, it housed a mental asylum where countless patients allegedly underwent brutal treatments. The hauntings reported on Pavia Island are as numerous as they are terrifying. Ghostly cries and eerie whispers are often heard, remnants of the island's tragic past. People speak of an oppressive atmosphere, a heavy sadness that lingers in the air. Pavia Island, a place where history and horror intertwine, remains a chilling symbol of human suffering. From an island of despair, we venture into the Hoya Batu forest in Romania, a place of mystery and unexplained phenomena. This isn't your typical woodland retreat. The Hoya Batu forest holds a reputation that would make even the bravest adventurers think twice. It's a hotbed of paranormal activity, with numerous accounts of ghost sightings and strange apparitions. But it's not just the supernatural that's unsettling here. Reports of UFO encounters further add to the forest's enigmatic profile. Visitors often describe encounters with unexplained lights and odd-shaped objects hovering in the sky. But perhaps the most eerie aspect of this forest isn't the sightings, but the feelings it invokes. Many who have dared to traverse its depths report experiencing intense feelings of anxiety, as if the very trees themselves are watching, waiting. The Hoya Batu forest, with its enigmatic aura, challenges our understanding of the world and fills us with dread. Our penultimate stop is the Myrtles Plantation in the USA, a place where the past refuses to rest. In the heart of Louisiana, shrouded in the mystery of the Deep South, lies the Myrtles Plantation. This grand estate, dating back to the late 18th century, bears the weight of a tumultuous history, tainted with death and betrayal. It's not just the age of the plantation that sends shivers down our spines, but the chilling tales of the restless spirits that allegedly haunt its grounds. The Myrtles Plantation is a magnet for paranormal enthusiasts, drawn by stories of the numerous ghost sightings that are as much a part of the estate's narrative as its architectural grandeur. From the spectral figure of a young girl peering through the windows to the phantom piano music echoing through the halls, the spirits here are far from shy. Among the most chilling of these apparitions is the ghost of Chloe, a former slave who was reportedly hanged on the premises for poisoning the master's family. Her spectral figure, spotted with a green turban, is said to wander the plantation, a chilling reminder of a dark past. The Myrtles Plantation is a place where history and the supernatural intertwine. Each creak of the wooden floorboards, each whisper of the southern breeze, carries with it a tale of sorrow and fear. The Myrtles Plantation, where each creak and whisper tells a tale of sorrow and fear, lingers in our minds long after we leave. We've reached the finale of our journey, the Island of the Dead in Australia, a place where the living are outnumbered by the dead. This unassuming island bears a grim history, serving as a burial ground during the era of the Port Arthur penal colony. Over 1,000 souls found their final resting place here, etching an indelible mark of death onto the island's essence. From the early to mid-19th century, convicts, military personnel and civil officers alike were interred in this desolate place. Their gravestones, weathered by time, whisper the stories of their lives and deaths, each one a testament to the hardships they endured. The island is said to be haunted by the restless spirits of those buried here. Visitors have reported eerie occurrences, from sudden temperature drops to inexplicable feelings of dread. Some have even claimed to see ghostly apparitions wandering the island in a perpetual state of unrest. These chilling tales have earned the Island of the Dead its reputation as one of the most haunted places on Earth. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, the island's palpable sense of death and desolation is undeniably unsettling. The sheer number of lost lives interred here makes it a place that is, in many ways, more aligned with the dead than the living. On the Island of the Dead, the lines between life and death blur, leaving us with a chilling sense of unease. We've journeyed through history and across continents, delving into the darkest corners of our world. We've walked the haunted halls of the Tower of London, drenched in the blood of its victims, and felt the eerie stillness of Pripyat, the ghost town forever frozen in time after the Chernobyl disaster. We've descended into the endless tunnels of the Catacombs of Paris, where countless souls rest in eternal slumber, and wandered the shadowy paths of Aokigahara Forest in Japan, a place where despair hangs heavy in the air. We've explored the chilling confines of the Eastern State Penitentiary, with its tales of spectral inmates, and stepped foot on the Island of the Dolls in Mexico, where hundreds of lifeless eyes seem to follow your every move. We've set foot on the cursed grounds of Pavia Island in Italy, a place so terrifying that it's been abandoned by all but the bravest, or perhaps the most foolhardy. Our journey took us deeper into the heart of darkness, as we ventured into the Hoya Batu Forest in Romania, a place that defies the laws of nature and sends chills down even the bravest spine. We've trodden the haunted hallways of the Myrtles Plantation in the USA, where the echoes of the past refuse to be silenced. And finally, we reached the end of our journey on the Island of the Dead in Australia, a place so filled with horror that it seems to hold the very essence of fear itself. Each of these places holds its unique brand of horror, From spectral apparitions and eerie sounds to inexplicable phenomena and chilling legends, they stand as reminders of our world's darker side, the mysteries that lurk in the shadows, just waiting to be uncovered. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey. Remember, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and most importantly, keep the lights on.